Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. In today's video I'm going to walk you through how you can set up OpenClaw on Hetzner servers. If you don't know Hetzner is basically a platform for servers that is very affordable, and in this video we're going to walk through setting up the server and installing Hetzner and even configuring Telegram on the OpenClaw so that we can talk to the OpenClaw from our Telegram application. So one of the reasons why Hetzner is because Hetzner is quite affordable. As low as $4 you can have access to a server that you need, and unlike services like AWS and Azure, it's pretty straightforward and no hidden charges. So I'm going to leave a link in the description and you can get $20 credit when you use that link so that you can set up your server. So let's just get started. So after using the link to sign up, you're going to definitely log into your account, and once you are logged into your account you're going to go to console. So if you are logged in, you may not be brought to the console, but you can just simply click on this icon here and you're going to see console. Because I'm in the console, that is why it has not appeared here. You can also copy this link, which is console.hetzner.com, and just go to the console page. So on the console page you're going to see a list of projects. So for me, I have projects, and in your own case, definitely, since it's a new account, I don't expect you to have any kind of project. So you're going to have to create a new project. And for this video, we're just going to create a new project, and we're going to call it OpenClaw YT live stream. Let's just call it like that for now. And you're going to add a project. Once you add a project, you're going to click on OpenClaw live stream, and you're going to see that the project is empty. It has no resources yet. So what we are going to do is we are going to have to create a resource, and we're going to add a SSH key to it. So let's start by selecting a resource. You're going to click on create resource and then select servers here. Once you select servers here, you're going to be brought to this page where you're going to select the option of the server you want and the specification for that server. So in this case, since we don't need a huge server, we can just go for the cost optimized server, which is about $4 per month, as you can see. So we're going to simply just select this cost optimized, and already we have the server for about $4. But of course there's a fee for IP address, that is why it is now $4.09. So scrolling down a bit, you can see that the server is going to be in Helsinki, but if you want to change the server location, you probably have to select one of these options and select any of the locations you want. But if you don't really mind, like I don't mind, because regardless of where the server is, I know that I can use my service fine. So you're going to select Helsinki, and you're going to select the operating system you want to install. In our own case, it's Ubuntu, which is the server operating system. And when you come down here a bit, every other thing remains as it is. So we're going to have to add the SSH key for our security, because with servers you can't exactly log in with password because it's not recommended. So it's best you use SSH key. So you're going to have to create SSH key, and to do that you're going to use your terminal if you're on Ubuntu or on a Mac, and if you're on a Windows you probably have to use either PowerShell or command prompt. So I don't exactly recall the command to enter to get the terminal, to get the SSH key, but in our own case I'm just going to use Google to search. So create SSH key on Mac. So if you're on Windows, obviously you're going to have to say create on Windows, and it's going to give you the instructions. So you're going to see all this as the command that you need. So you're going to copy it and paste it in your terminal. Obviously you're going to replace the email, but because I've already done that, I'm not going to do that again, but I'm going to show you my SSH key folder. So the SSH key is normally in the root directory of your computer, and it is normally hidden. So for Mac users, you can just go to your computer and you're going to the root, in my own case my name, and you're going, if the files are hidden, you can click on Control Shift and full stop. You're going to see all the files that are on the system that are hidden. So in my case, you can see, so I'm just going to scroll all the way to .ssh, and clicking on .ssh, and you're going to see all this information. All these are keys that I use for one thing or the other, and this is the most recent that I created for this video. So you're going to open it. Once you open it, you're going to copy the content, and you're going to add it to your server. So I think my screen has stopped sharing or has frozen. I'm going to try again. Excuse me. Okay, so I guess I was where we're going to create the SSH key. So all you have to do is just create an SSH key by asking Google how to do it. Copy the command and go to where the SSH key is on your computer. You can open it and then copy the content of the file. I'm going to open mine on another screen just for safety. Hopefully, oh, what a waste. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it, but I'm going to disable it as soon as possible. So I'm going to click on add SSH key, and I'm going to just paste in the key. I'm going to select set as default, and I'm going to create the key. So once you are done with the key, you're just going to leave everything as it is, and you're going to click on create and buy now. So you're going to wait for the server to spin up. Usually takes a few seconds, and this is the IP address of the server. So we're going to wait for the server to spin up. We're already at 50%. I think any moment from now it should be done. So you can see the server is up and running. So when you click on it, it's going to take you to the server page, and you're going to see all this information about the server. So you're going to copy the IP address, and you're going to open your terminal. In this case, this is my terminal, and I'm using WAP, which is actually a very good terminal. It is a terminal that even auto suggests. You can chat with it just like you would with ChatGPT and the other AIs. So to log into our server, you're going to go to your terminal and type in this command ssh root at our IP address. So when you type in ssh root at your IP address, you're going to click on enter, and you would see that it is telling me because I've already used the same key. So I'm just going to open the known host and do a few things from my own end. So yeah, so I'm going to remove this particular server on my list of servers allowed, because I've already used this same IP, this same SSH for something similar. You know what, let's just use this terminal to resolve it. So I'm just going to copy this message, and I'm going to paste it on the terminal and enter. So you see the terminal is literally like an AI tool for you. It is an AI tool because it's going to tell you what the error is and how to fix it. And if you trust the change is legitimate, review the old key. So I'm just going to click on run in terminal and press enter, and then maybe try going in again. So yeah, now the attempt is successful. So it's asking us if we want to allow this system to have access to the server. So I'm just going to type in yes, exclusively write yes, and that's basically it. We are going to be connected to our server. So right now we are in our server, and the first thing you would normally do is you would first of all update and upgrade basically all the systems on the Ubuntu, the applications and the dependencies. And to do that, you're going to say sudo apt update. So once you type in sudo apt update, it updates the everything on the system. So we're just going to wait for it for a bit. And once it is done, we can decide to upgrade. So as you can see, the server, the terminal is even suggesting the command for us, the next command. So all I have to do is just press the arrow key and enter, and it's going to basically just go through and do the upgrade for us. Oh yes, it's asking if I want to proceed. I'm going to type yes. Basically it's just asking for permission. So it's going to take a few minutes to install, obviously, because this particular server is not, you know, like a 16 gig RAM server that is really fast. But for what we want to do, this actually is more than enough. I'm still here. Okay, so yeah, our server is ready and good to go. So we're going to go to the OpenClaw website, and we're just going to copy the command to install OpenClaw on our server. So if you go to the OpenClaw site, I'm refresh openclaw.ai, you can just scroll down a bit and copy the keys here, the command here. You're going to come back to your terminal and paste that command, and you're going to wait for OpenClaw to do its thing. So the advantage of using that command is it basically runs everything for you. So you don't have to install dependencies individually. For example, on a normal day, you probably have to first install Node.js, you then have to install Git, maybe in some cases you might even need to install Docker, but it does literally everything for you. And as you can see, the Node has just been installed, the Git has also been installed. Now we are waiting for the OpenClaw to be installed. So it's going to take a few minutes for the OpenClaw to be installed, and I'm just going to wait for it to be done. So I would recommend that you actually download this terminal. It's really good. I mean, since I've started using it, I've always used it. I don't even use the terminal that comes with the laptop because I can easily do my stuff, get suggestions, and even have my questions answered without having to go out of the terminal. Yeah, so OpenClaw installed. Yep. So that means our installation is complete. As you can see, it didn't take so much time. So the installation is complete. It's starting the setup. So basically the setup is pretty much straightforward. It's like a wizard. It asks you questions and you just fill it in. And in our own case, it is going to just ask us, how we want to configure the application, the agent. There are crazy scenarios on how people use this. I personally use it to create tweets and react to people's Twitter. I also use it for things like a personal assistant, in the sense that I get it to help me do so many things. For example, remind me what I have for the day, but obviously you need to do a lot of configuration, to do that. So yeah, continuing, we're going to come here to our configuration. You can see it is asking us about the setup, so we're going to say yes, quick start. And so you're going to need a key, which is going to be the OpenAI key or Anthropic, whichever model you use, you can just get the key. So in my own case, I'm going to use OpenAI. I'm going to click on OpenAI API key. So I'm going to go to my OpenAI platform. By going to platform.openai.com, you can come to settings and you're going to go to API keys to generate API keys. But obviously you need to have some credit in your account to be able to do that. So you can add some credit as little as $5 by going to billing and clicking on add credit. So I'm just going to click on API keys. I'm going to create a new key and I'm going to call it OpenClaw YouTube stream. Just a temporary thing. I'm going to remove it immediately after this. So I'm just going to copy. I'm going to paste my key here. I'm going to click on enter and you're going to select the model you want it to use. So there are a lot of models, so anyone you feel like, but just know that the higher the model, the more expensive the usage, right? So I'm just going to go with the 4.0 because I think it's the cheapest model, I think. So I'm going to go with Telegram bot. This is where we're going to have to configure Telegram. I'm going to say yes, Telegrams, and it's going to ask us for Telegram bot token. So to get a Telegram bot token, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Telegram and you're going to go to search for bot father. This is the name of the bot that is going to help you create a Telegram token. Once you do that, you're going to create a new Telegram bot by putting /new bot, and it's going to ask you what you're going to call the bot. So in this case, I'm just going to call it OpenClaw YTSTRM bot. I think you must have a bot at the name of your bot. So I'm just going to name it the same thing like I did before. So yep, so that means our bot is ready and we even have a token that we can use. So I'm just going to click on it to copy it, and I'm going to come back to my terminal to select enter my token, right? So I'm just going to come back here and I'm going to paste my Telegram token and I'm going to click on enter. So it's asking if I want to configure skills. Now skills are basically maybe a specialized set of instructions that you give your agent to help you do so many things. For example, Google Plays, passwords, and so many other things. So in this video I'm not going to focus on that, so I'm just going to click on no. So it's going to say it is installing gateway service installed. We are going to wait for it to be done. Yep, so I think we are done, and basically it is asking us how we want to hatch our bot. You can leave it for later, or you can open the web UI, or you can do the hatch with the terminal. But since we are still going to have to do a bit of commands around the Telegram and we want to use Telegram for our own use case, I'm just going to say do this later, and it's going to ask us enable shell. Yes please. So we're just going to wait for it for a bit to finish. Yes, so we are done setting up our bot. So on my keyboard I'm just going to click on Ctrl+C and I'm back to the terminal so that I can put in some commands. So to use the bot with your Telegram, you're going to go to your Telegram bot you just created and you're going to click on the start. So Telegram is going to tell you that you need to configure the session, and the way you do that is on your server you put in this command, right? So I'm just going to copy the command and I'm going to replace the pairing code here. So I'm pasting it, I'm cutting, and I'm coming here to put it. So it's going to tell us that the pairing is successful, and yes, so you can see it is approved. Now when we try to chat with the agent, it's going to start responding. So you see, hey, hi, how can I assist you today? What is your name? Probably tell you it doesn't have a name, or call him Claw, something like that. Yeah, so basically, yeah, this is literally what you do to configure the bot. So from here you can tell it to create an agent for you that does A, B, C, and D. You know how on OpenAI, ChatGPT, and other AI tools, the better your prompting, the better responses you get. It's kind of similar to this as well. So yeah, we've been able to configure our Telegram to use the bot. And just one last thing, we want to try accessing the bot UI, web UI, using our browser. So we can also do some configurations by using our browser. So first of all, you're going to say OpenClaw dashboard. It's going to present you with all this. So you're going to copy this SSH command, and you're going to, in this case, I'm going to open a new tab on my computer, and I'm going to just paste in this and press enter. So basically what this is doing is it is routing the local machine to use your local machine. It is routing the server to use your local machine basically. So normally, you know, if you are running an application or if you are running a server, if it's not on your local machine, you can't access it except if you have the IP address. So for some reason, or for some crazy stuff, you can basically just use local machine as far as you have put in this command. So let's just wait for it for a bit to finish. So we can actually come here and copy this URL to access the UI of the bot. So let me just check my browser and see. I'm pasting. Yeah, and you can see that we are here on our OpenClaw dashboard. So the messages I was sending on Telegram, you can see them here. Hi, how are you? What is your name? I don't have a name yet, and all that. So basically this is the configuration you do to get OpenClaw up and running. So the possibilities are endless. What you can do with it, it's crazy. You can go online, you can read about people's use cases to have ideas on how you can use it. But I can say so far from my little experience, it is actually a very good tool, and I would say I've benefited from it, but a lot of people also have one or two reserves about the whole thing. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching the video, please leave a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or any suggestions, you can drop it in the comment and I'll do my best to answer and respond to you. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.